So why don't you tell me what brings you in today?
Well, I am really struggling because I had a baby a couple of months ago
Okay.
and I would really like to go back to work, but it was a belief in my family that you stay at home with the kids until they go to school.
Okay. So you said that was a belief in your family. Where did that belief kind of come from or originate?
It originated from my mom's mom. She stayed home when her kids were little, and then my mom stayed home with us when we were little until we went into school.
So you kind of said that belief has been kind of ingrained in you, passed down through generations. Have you ever thought about or talked, how would your grandmother react if you told her you were going back to work?
I think she would be disappointed because she feels very strongly about staying home and being home with the kid before they go into school.
Mm-hmm. And has she talked about why she believes that or what the reasoning behind that is?
She never really said it's just something she did and passed on to her kids
Okay.
and would like it to keep going on.
So kind of this idea that have to stay at home till they go to school. It's just kind of always been a thing that's happened.
Yes,
Do you have any older siblings, younger siblings that have had kids?
I do. I have an older sister and she
Okay.
stayed home
Okay,
with her kids till they went to school. So it puts the pressure on me.
sure. And then she went back to work after they went to school.
She did.
Okay. So have you thought at all about, has there ever been a time, growing up recently that you didn't believe that's what should happen?
Yes, there was because I believe that it's great for children to go into daycare and that way you can have some of that separation and they don't have separation anxiety when they go into preschool for the first time or into kindergarten.
Okay. So kind of belief in developing some of those social skills.
Yes.
Okay. Has that been a conversation you've had with anybody?
I haven't because I haven't decided on whether or not to tell them yet until me and my husband actually talk about what we think is going to be best and then we'll sit down with the family.
What's your husband's thought?
He kind of goes the other way. He would like for them to go into daycare to for the attachment, with me, and that way they can also start working on their developmental milestones and also be in a group with other children. And so he kind of goes the other way. He would rather them go to daycare.
So it sounds like you and your husband kind of agree.
Yes.
Okay. If you were to ask your mom for her thoughts, what do you think she would say?
I think she would say, in her opinion, what she thinks is best, but then I also think she would also be accepting if we went the other way around
Mm-hmm.
because she usually doesn't butt into the life that much and would give her opinion, but also say it's up to us.
Sure. And you mentioned your grandma stayed home. What about her life growing up? Do you, generationally, I'm sure her mother stayed home.
Yes.
Did your grandmother go back to work after all of her kids were in school, or did she continue to be a stay-at-home mom?
She continued to be a stay-at-home mom.
Okay. So maybe something a little bit different there, even
Yes.
in times. Okay. So I think that's something we can definitely explore a little bit more.